What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And as you probably already heard, if you're a sports fan or a basketball fan, Lakers fan, then you know that lately Luka Doncic has really been under fire, right? He's been taking a lot of heat from mainstream media, right? And I'm not a Luka fan. But to me, it's like why all of the sudden is you have Colin Cowherd, Max Kellerman, Bill Simmons. I watched other podcasts. Who is this? Run It Back podcast. Like everybody, all of a sudden is throwing Luka under the bus. Luka haven't played defense since day one. And so let me see. I think Luka's 28 years old. Or is he 27? I think he might be 27, 28. 27, right? Or soon be 27. And he's been in the league for a while, and he has not played defense since day one. But now all of a sudden, everybody is throwing Luka under the bus, saying that he's crying too much and he don't play any defense. He like to flop and complain and stuff, right? And a lot of people have been saying this for a long time about Luka. And if you like basketball, you don't like to see, you can't watch Luka play that way and think that that's good basketball. And most likely you probably won't even watch for long because you'll get bored. But I want to talk about the fact that I think that this is a play by Klutch Sports and the NBA to run Luka out of Los Angeles and allow LeBron James to stay in Los Angeles. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play what Max Kellerman said about Luka, which, I mean, it's all true, but it just seems like now it's a conspiracy or there is a movement to get him out of there. So let me play what Max Kellerman had to say first about Luka.
The point is, that is not okay. And you know how Riley has his statue? You know what Luka Doncic's statue, if he ever gets one outside of crypto now, is going to be? It's going to be like this. This is the Luka statue, like this, with his arms out like this.
Why you say that?
Every single trip down the floor, you're complaining to the refs. Every trip down the floor.
Oh.
Every trip down the floor, you're complaining to the refs. Even when he hits the shot. No, you're not going to get the and one. And it can't be that the refs blow every call on Luka Doncic. Not only that.
Rant? This is your rant.
No, I got a rant.
Fantastic. Let's talk about Luka.
All right. So, like I said, it's not new. Luka been doing this for a while. Just think about it. If people really cared about Luka, then they would not have allowed Luka to do this from the very beginning. Not that the blame is not on Luka, but it's that management team, that Klutch Sports management team, I think that's really got this narrative put out there. I remember when when Rich Paul said that they should move Austin Reeves from Los Angeles, that took, a lot of people that took a lot of people by surprise too, right? And at that time, I thought, well, maybe Luka is off. He's off limits. He untouchable because Luka is, he could be the future. Like, Luka is a lot younger than LeBron. So it would seem like Luka could be the future. But I think what the Lakers and the league and probably LeBron want to do is they want LeBron James to retire a Laker and do his farewell tour in Los Angeles. And the reason I say that is the reason I would think LeBron would want his tour is he see, the Lakers as a more prestigious organization than Cleveland. LeBron really don't care about Cleveland. He wants to go down in history as as one of the GOATs. And I know that the Laker fans, are going to push back, but he's not worried about Lakers fans. He don't care about the Lakers fan. If they retire his, if they give him a statue and they retire him as a Laker in a few years, like they'll be able to write their own history. People, some people will speak up about it and push against it. But if the league want that, and LeBron and Clutch Sports want that, then really there's not too much that fans will be able to do, about that situation. Let me play what the other guy said about LeBron James. Who was that? Colin Cowherd. What he said about LeBron James. And like I said, what he said about Luka. And this right here, this just is not new. What Colin Cowherd said.
Comp, and this guy also has not.
Hold up, let me go back to Colin.
He's not in great shape. Doesn't want to really defend, and most of the guys that win rings, D Wade, LeBron, Kobe, Duncan, Shaq, at least for prime years, they defend. They send the message that we're going to play both ends. Wemby, by the way, we're going to play both ends. Steph Curry's limited, but they surrounded him with people that could. I've said this on Luka. Two things can be true. He's an all-time great offensive talent. He's 27 in a week. Carmelo Anthony's last All-NBA year was 28. We know this to be true. Athletes age differently. Brady obsessed, LeBron obsessed, age beautifully.
So, all right. Now, he says that athlete, and to my point, I just think this part of the reason why the Mavericks let Luka go, because Luka didn't take care of himself. So, and I thought that Luka would get the message and he would turn it around. But maybe because Luka, also I think Luka picked up that weight. Remember last season, Luka lost weight and he came back into the season looking good. And I think that the Lakers say, well, Luka's put back on his weight. He, he back to his old shenanigans and stuff again. So that's not really. They was like, well, now we got to go back to LeBron. So I think the Laker organization probably feel like they got to fall back on the LeBron James plan just, by default, because Luka didn't live up to the expectations, man. And I also said in another video that Luka is, I think Luka is going to wind up being a journeyman. A couple videos ago, I said that Luka probably, in a couple years, Luka won't even be in Los Angeles. And so that was even when LeBron James retired, I think they know that they won't be able to stick with Luka because Luka just, he don't, everything they're saying about him is true. Right. And so what I'm trying to point out is LeBron James wants to retire as a Laker. He's not really, in my opinion, he's not interested in going back to Cleveland, because it's the Laker organization, that's one of the more prestigious organizations. Like if you retire as a Laker, a Celtic, a Knick, and you have a historic type career, that looks better for your legacy. Chicago with Mike, that looks better for your legacy, right? But and no shade on Cleveland, but they don't have the that organization is not as prestigious historically as like I said, the Lakers and the Celtics or even the Chicago Bulls. So, which if I'm LeBron James, I wouldn't mind retiring as a Cleveland as a Cavalier, because he's like that dude, he brought the championship to them. But let me get back to what this other guy, Nick Wright, was saying about the Luka situation.
Guys that, do what I want in the off season, may have some smokes and a couple of Belgian beers. My take on Luka is, and I want to throw this out there, is you're going to look up in 2 years, messing around with LeBron's retirement tour, and Luka's going to be 29. And Nick, it's going to feel like that last great year with Carmelo. You're like, he's aged really quick. I guess I'm not in love with Luka as much as everybody else is.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Like now it's a campaign to move off of Luka, throw Luka under the bus, and keep LeBron James with the Lakers. And just and if you're looking at it from a financial standpoint, right, it's going to be hard to market Luka when Luka he pissed off the fans. And so what choice do the Lakers have? Like, move off of LeBron, keep Luka, and Luka you won't be able to retire Luka jersey his or build a statue with him because he's not going to bring any championships, right? At least they have, at least I think that's the least of the two evils is to keep LeBron James on there and retire him. And I think LeBron James want that because it's more, I think it'll make him look better as far as his legacy. Like if LeBron James retire in Cleveland and he say he the GOAT, and Michael Jordan is in Chicago, Magic and Kobe, they in LA, Bird is in Boston.
So I would use a different comp. And this guy also has not won, but it's reason for more optimism. Because Luka does not remind me of Carmelo. He reminds me of James Harden.
All right. So Nick Rice said that Luka don't remind him of Carmelo. But either way, like neither one of these guys they didn't have the career of somebody who is, would be in that GOAT conversation.
Except Luka is an all-time playoff riser, while Harden was an all-time playoff faller. Stylistically, ball dominant, shot selection, all of that being a great passer and great scorer is similar to Harden. Off-season work habits, maybe similar to Harden. Body fat percentage, maybe similar to Harden. But James Harden, despite all of that, he was, and he has played a very long time, still at a very high level in the regular season. He obviously is, a different type of all-time guy when it comes to.
Yeah, I disagree with. Well, it really don't make any difference if Luka plays like Harden or if his game remind you of Carmelo Anthony. It don't make any difference because Luka had that Laker jersey on, and Harden nor Carmelo have. They like in that Laker jersey, they would be considered somebody who underachieved too, right? As far as like franchise players. So it would make you, that's not really a strong argument in my opinion because of the organization that all three, that guy is playing for. So yeah, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it because I really think that the Lakers are I think they made up their mind that it'll be best like LeBron James is the less of two evils. Financially, it'll make more sense for the Lakers in the long run. You could bring, you give more cachet to the Lakers organization if you retire LeBron James. You can't put your eggs in that Luka basket because, like Colin said, that Luka may not be with the organization in 2 more years because of the way he play. He don't take care of himself. And when LeBron James go, the Lakers going to have to be in rebuild mode anyway because, Luka is just not somebody you're going to be able to build around because he don't take care of himself and he don't play defense. They might be able to use Luka for some pieces though. But this situation with Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, man, is just crazy. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.